guys, I'm here today on behalf of the Wurundjeri people to do a welcome to country.
We saw her again this year in August, performing her Welcome to Country ceremony at our VGLRL National Day of Action, where she fulfills 2 out of 3 of her life roles, that of proud leader of the Wurundjeri Indigenous community and proud queer woman. She is also a mother, but apart from these 3 challenging life roles, just who is Annette Xiberras? Let's find out.
I was chosen by the old people a long time ago in the government to be taken in and trained as an Aboriginal archaeologist from a black aspect and a white aspect, and everybody was saying they couldn't wait till an Aboriginal cultural heritage consultant got out there, and I'm out there in the ballpark, but it's pretty hard trying to hit a home run and get a contract. I think being gay might be putting a couple of people off, I'm not sure.
You've had experiences in the past where being gay has very much affected the things that you're able to achieve, yes?
In the Aboriginal world, yes, it's really frustrating being gay. One, you feel funny going home to the family and talking about it because there's all these cultural expectations of you. And 2, being a lesbian, a lot of time people don't think you should be at the front or the spokesperson. It gives a perception that all Aboriginal people are gay. So when there's trouble in that, they love you out there in the front row fighting, but as soon as things seem to get back under control again, you seem to be put in the back ranks.
Do you think it's harder being an Aboriginal woman to be a lesbian?
Yes, because of the cultural expectations of you.
What sort of expectations do they have that make it so difficult?
Reproducing, but I've got around that one now. But they always expect you to have more Aboriginal people so we can get the numbers up and get a count in Victoria or at least Australia.
Mm-hmm. And you now have 2 children.
Yes.
You had them through IVF?
Yeah, it cost me my house deposit, yeah.
Do the kids have any contact with their father?
No, but that was one of the things through IVF. One of the biggest problems we had was being Indigenous, like through the simulations of missions and all that. 9 times out of 10 you can be going out with someone that's your cousin and you don't know. And a lot of men, feel that they have to produce to be Aboriginal and we just need numbers. And a lot of men have got 17 women and 17 kids and they've never seen their father. So when we went to the IVF, I had all these rules and they were quite surprised because normally the rules are the other way around. But I wanted a sperm donor who, if my children want to know who their father is, will be there at a drop of a hat, not financial or anything else. But if my son's got to go to a football match and it's a father-son night and what boys do, I don't know and I really don't care. But, we really wanted a bloke who was, going to take the responsibility of a father if need be. And there was one bloke out of all the donors who actually would do that. The rest just wanted to donate and walk, which was really sad.
Yeah.
Because in Aboriginal society, it's really important you know who your family are, and it really is.
Are your children accepted as part of the Aboriginal community, given that you're a lesbian?
To my face, yeah, but who knows what's said behind my back, because I'm a pretty fiery lady. Yeah. If someone said something about my kids, that's war.
Yep.
They're mine.
You've been really heavily involved in a lot of community activities, haven't you?
Oh, over the years, yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about what you've been involved in?
As a young girl, I seen my grandmother and Auntie Molly Dyer and Auntie Marge Tucker put the first health service together by sitting on train stations and waiting for donations and that to come in, and I've seen them sit around and cry at the old Advancement League, and because young women would have children and they'd take the children away, and the black fellas said that was really sad. And I seen Auntie Molly set up the first sort of like foster home in Ballarat for the kids, so we could start taking the children home instead of putting them in foster care. And the most amazing thing I found about that was I did a bit more research when I was older, all by life experience, but I was 14 in 1974, and what I noticed was they weren't only doing that to black women, but if white women were single and had children too, they'd send them off to convents.
Yeah.
And most issues that face Indigenous people face most other races in Australia as well, and at the time affected other races, and it's always highlighted when you're black. Now we talk about our stolen children, but I think that whites and ethnic groups, Italians and Maltese and the other groups start looking at the people of that particular time and what it must be doing to those women who are forced to go away and have their children and leave them in convents, and maybe they should be looking at bringing their stolen children home too. Like I said, I was little and I watched the old people cry, but I've seen them move heaven and hell. And when people said no, that's what I learned off of them. There's no such question as no, and that's not the right answer.